Well, good morning, day 99. I'm going to do a band of the day right away before I forget because I had to look it up. The band is Genesis, and my favorite song is The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. And the honorable mention song is Misunderstanding. Okay, I picked Genesis. I wouldn't say I'm a big fan, but yeah, I realized they had quite a bit of hits. Even after 1985, the reason I say 1985, let me zoom out. Hold on a sec. Okay. Yeah, hold the camera right. Is because that's when I got out of the Navy. Well, I had a friend, Harvey, who was watching these videos and following my hike on Facebook when I make comments and stuff. And Harvey, I just want to give a shout out to you for watching this. And Harvey I probably still is, I say was, but back in the day, he is a big Genesis fan. I think he's more than a Dave Matthews, which I'm not. But anyway, so Harvey, one of my favorite shipmates to hang out with. Such a cool guy, very funny. I don't know if he still are, but back then, I don't know how to explain it, but he just seemed to ruffle feathers, it seemed like, but I really enjoyed his company. I remember once, I gotta tell this story. We were working together in the storeroom. It's called Q, COSAL. Q stands for nuclear, and COSAL, I believe, stand for Coordinated Online Shipboard Allowance List. Basically, all these parts, like these, they call them O-rings, special kind of washer, I guess, but some of these parts are like in the tens of thousands of dollars just for a little part. It didn't make any sense. And so they had all this stuff locked up. And I didn't realize at the time that how valuable some of these parts were. I mean, I thought, why is this thing $28,000? This is 1984, $85, whatever. But I remember the reason I'm telling this, I can't keep this thing on my head, and I got to follow the trail. I just remember one day I had a bunch of cassettes, and I just started tossing them against the wall like an idiot. And because I was like, I don't like this band. I don't like this band, even though I really did. But I was into punk rock, so I was like, I don't like this. I don't like that. He's just watching me. He's not even fazed that I'm just throwing these $5 cassettes off the wall. He didn't pick them up or nothing. I didn't get any reaction out of him. It was pretty funny. I don't know why I did that. Very dumb. Very young, very dumb. So Harvey, he could solve a Rubik's Cube in 30 seconds or less. So when my mom, my brother Mike, and his wife Lynn, they came to visit me, I took them on board the ship to give them a tour and ran into Harvey. I believe I even had a Rubik's Cube on me. It wasn't his. I said, hey, can you solve this in front of my family? And he's like, sure. And he did it like in 30 seconds, whatever. I still can't. I learned how to kind of solve it, but that was years ago. But I don't know how anybody could do it that fast. So Harvey, hope you like these stories. Okay. I can't get this camera on me. That's why I don't even like doing it. So I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to tell another story that's not so good. Okay. I turned the camera around like 5 seconds later. So I got roughly a 3-mile easy trail. And so I thought I'd film now, and I'm still kind of huffing and puffing, but I just wanted to say yesterday was a very bad day for me. I came off that 2 weeks being off, and driving down, I couldn't get motivated. I mean, usually I look forward to getting back on the trail. I was not looking forward to it. And I thought yesterday was going to be a fairly easy day. Even it was like a mile shorter than I predicted. So I had to look up at 16.5. Today is 18.2. But at least I can knock off 3 miles on straight track pretty much. But overall, I think I said that yesterday, but yeah, so yesterday it just seemed like it was almost constant uphills. So I was not in a good place, and I still not really as far as what I'm going to do as far as getting off trail. I'm not going to beat around the bush here. I mean, that's all I'm thinking about is like, I'm going to get to Hot Springs. I'm going to get a shuttle to Newport, rent a car and go back home and call it. So I'll just give you the thought process, what's been going on. So, like I said yesterday, it was hot, but everything led to this feeling, including just driving down. I was like, I don't want to get back on trail. What am I doing? I'm never going to finish. So I get on trail, and it was almost 10 o'clock, I guess, by the time I really got going. I mean, forgetting that water bottle. I mean, that's just typical me, you know. And, well, at least I got it back. And even the driver's like, hey, are you looking forward to getting back on trail? I said, no, I'm not, actually. And so just with the terrain yesterday, the uphills, the downhills, my foot, only my right foot though, and it's been acting up even walking back home on flat ground. I just thought the cortisone's wearing off. Well, anyway, so there's a spot, that same, I guess they call it bursitis, same feeling where I got the shot, but a little bit towards the middle of the foot. So another spot. It's okay now, but as I keep pounding on this trail, it's going to act up again, especially when I'm doing longer miles. Because I noticed when I'm back home, and I was doing like 10 miles, 11 miles, whatever, it was kind of acting up. I was just a little concerned, and then my left knee was acting up a little. So, but in reality, it's the mental game. I mean, a lot of people, I remember there was an interview with this mother-daughter. The mother's going to finish up the trail this year because she had to get off trail. But at the channel is Leslie and I can't even think of her name. Leslie on the AT. I mean, if you type those words, you probably find it. Leslie. I can't think of the mother's name. Well, anyway, the mother had to get off to go back to teaching in August, so she's going to finish up. I think she's got about 800, 900 miles to go, and should be pretty soon. But anyway, they were interviewed by somebody, some news station or whatever, or some podcast, and the question was asked, have you ever thought about quitting while you're on trail? And she just said, no, not really. And I'm thinking, I'm the total opposite. I think about quitting every single day, you know, and I got to keep pushing and pushing. So whether I'll hang it up, I mean, I can't blame it all on injuries. In fact, you know, I could slow down my mileage. I really can't, though. I want to get to hostel to hostel. I don't want to tent any more than I have to. But like I said, I mean, yeah, this is all nice views and everything, I guess. But after a while, you don't think about it so much. At least I don't. And yeah, the mountain views, yeah, they're nice, but that's not why I'm out here. So, probably film this, doing some rock hopping. Yeah, it rained last night on my tent. I got it set up. I crawled in, getting everything unpacked. It's just starting to lay down. Actually, I wasn't even laying down yet. I was blowing up my mattress, and that makes a little noise. And I heard something. I thought it was wind, or I don't know what it was, but it was rain. And then it was medium, whatever, for a while. I thought, oh, great. My tent's going to be wet in the morning, but it wasn't. Because it stops, you know, pretty soon. I don't know. I think I fell asleep before it stopped, but it didn't wake me up at all. There was no thunder. And I didn't have any condensation, which I thought I would, because it's summertime, right? So, I mean, the one thing notorious about the tent that I got is that, because it's called a single wall tent, that there's a lot of condensation. But so far I haven't had any. Granted, this is only my fourth night I slept in my tent. And the other three were in the shelters, and the rest were in hostels or Airbnbs and stuff like that. And I can't get myself to motivate myself. I tried. I listened to the Walk in the Woods soundtrack yesterday. I'm doing all these tricks, and it's like, nope. I just want to get a car, and I'm not kidding. This is what goes through my head. I just want to get to Fuddruckers in Sevierville and have unlimited soda, because I'm just constantly dying of thirst out here. I mean, yeah, the water is fine and electrolytes, but God, ice cold. I don't even want the food. I didn't tell this story, but when I was up that Ober Mountain on the tram, I was getting pretty thirsty because they don't, and it was hot. I had to put sunscreen. It was so hot on my legs going up that chairlift. And it kept stopping and stopping because it was super crowded. I've never seen it so crowded, but it didn't seem like the lines are long or anything, but the people must make it stop. And it was ridiculous. It took forever to get up there. And so I had this little packet of sunscreen that's supposed to be for the trail. I got lots of them. Doctor gave me a bunch of samples. And I put it on my legs and on my nose. My arms were bare because I could see it was starting to sunburn and it was baking. Well, then, of course, I'm getting thirsty. They got nothing up there for refreshments. And so I got back down to the place where you load. There's an indoor building up on top of that mountain. And I got a soda, unlimited. I must have chugged 4 of those. And that's what I wanted to do yesterday, but I can't. Another random thought that came to my head. So the hotel I got, what was it, 2 nights ago? I was up at 5. I think I got 5 hours of sleep, which is fine. I don't get much more than 6 on any given day. But what's funny is I got about 7 hours in a tent. Yesterday I was walking the trail. I was tired. I was yawning. I don't think I've ever yawned on the trail. But it was like 3 in a row. And I think even before that, I was like cruising like this a little bit, getting into a trance. I literally thought I was falling asleep. I just like I was nodding off. I couldn't believe it. That's not good. So, and that was fairly early on in the hike. I don't think it was even halfway. I mean, when I went to the doctor, I dread getting on the scale. I don't really talk about this much. And great, because the other foot doctor here in the local area, Newport, Tennessee, they didn't have me get on the scale. So when I went in my hometown, they made me get on the scale. Or they said get on the scale kind of thing. So I kind of knew they would. So I lightened the load, took off my hat, my shoes, put my phone aside, that kind of thing, glasses. But anyway, it's I'm not going to say the weight because I'm embarrassed by my weight even at this age. I lost 10 pounds so far since February. That was the last time I weighed myself. I didn't weigh myself the day. I didn't want to. And I thought I lost a little weight because the pants are a little looser when I put on my summer shorts back home. And that was the day before I left to come down here. And I was pigging out big time. So I just wondered, I probably lost even a couple more pounds before that. But I think I'm going to lose those 2 pounds on these 2-day hikes. Because once again, I'm not eating much, which is fine because I loaded up at McDonald's in the morning yesterday. And I could probably get an evening meal. If not, I don't really care. I'll get one in the morning. So blazing, that's the biggest one I've seen so far. Usually it's just a strand across the tree to another tree. But itsy bitsy spider, where are you? Hopefully you're not on the trail. Well, this is the trail. Let's take a look. I get wet here. Might need a trim. Yep, shoes are getting wet. I don't know how long this lasts. It goes up their ways. Okay. Right now I got about a 0.9 downhill. This last uphill was about a mile. It wasn't bad at all. I have 4 point in for the day. Did I say 4 point in? 4.8. So we'll call it 5 miles in a little bit. So roughly 13, a little over 13 to go. It's going pretty smooth. I believe I've been hiking 2.5 hours, roughly. Still not a good pace. I never can get a good pace. So yeah, it's nice to know that the Appalachian Trail is to the right or to the left. I just came from up there and I'm going that way. And one gap that way and one the other way. Pretty common right now. You're not going to see any through hikers at this point. They're all up north or they dropped out. And I'm going to be one of those that are going to drop out apparently because I'm not changing my mind one bit. Tomorrow would be a 16.7 mile day to the next hostel. Yeah, I could break it up. I already got my reservation. I'm gonna have to cancel it, but it's a bad attitude. But I have no desire to hike tomorrow another 16. I have no desire to split it up either. I got to go to Fuddruckers and get unlimited soda. I mean, the food's okay too. They say don't quit on a bad day. Well, today's a good day, but I'm still gonna quit. All right, I fell for the first time. Somehow my foot got caught up straddling that, and I went head first. Didn't get hurt or anything. Trekking poles went flying. My hands caught me, but this is how you get broken wrist. But no, I did not get injured. My water bottle in front went flying, and I got to retrieve it. Hopefully there's no poison ivy. I'm going to try my trekking poles, and I mean, if I do that, somehow I'm going to get it. I don't want it to slide down any further, otherwise I'm just going to leave it. Oh, getting back, that I filmed that because that's my first fall on the trail. I was so proud of not falling, but it's going to happen to the best of them. But yeah, it was a minor spill, but I don't know how I should have straddled it. I don't know why I decided to straddle in the middle. I should have went lower. It's so easy. Something got caught up. I don't know if my foot or whatever, I didn't, my back foot got caught up on it. So anyway, oh well. All right, I got to get that bottle. Yeah, this trail, I'm still doing this gradual downhill. I don't even feel it in the knees or feet. The right foot acted up a little, but it's doing pretty good halfway through. I just turned on the camera because I did get that water bottle. I don't know, the camera does not pick up it. It was a downhill slope. And if I would have let that thing slip, I could have rolled all the way down. And I used 2 trekking poles, and it wasn't that big of a deal to get back up. So I got it. Anyway, I got to thinking today is day 99. Not on trail, but since I started. I should have did Nina, 99 Luft balloons. Or is it Luft balloons? I don't know. She says Luft balloons. So I don't even know any of her other songs to put a secondary song. Well, she did one in English and one in German. I could have did it that way, but I can't turn back. And then tomorrow I got a day 100. When I started adding songs or artists to the list, I didn't even think of anybody super special that was left for a special day 100. But it was just random bands that I thought of that I haven't included yet, and tomorrow will be one of them. I'm not going to tell you who it is until tomorrow. There will be a day 100, by the way. I got a little something tomorrow to continue on the hike anyway. You'll find out tomorrow. All right, I'm going to sit on this log for a few minutes, and I'm going to eat these 2 cookies. I brought these from home. They were sold at a vegetable flower stand, and I believe the Amish are the ones that make them. And these are, I believe, yeah, chocolate chip. So I'm going to eat these 2 for a snack. I only got about 7 miles to go, maybe a little bit less, and kind of on the home stretch here. So I read the label on here. They're from Dalton, Wisconsin, probably 40 miles or so from Oshkosh. So there it is. Yeah, there's a big Amish community in the city of Dalton. So yeah, if you ever are swinging by Dalton, Wisconsin, look them up. Country Kitchen. So I'm sitting here on this log. I'm looking straight ahead, and look what I see. Look at this. That's pretty cool. Oh, I like this sign. You can read it. That 4.5 mile downhill just ended. So it's a matter of next 5 miles or so. It's gonna be a series of ups and downs and maybe some straight track. And the last mile or so is all downhill into hot springs. So, look at that Mount Katahdin, Springer Mountain where I started. Cool. I like this sign. It's one of my favorite ones so far. Mountain Laurel. in full bloom. This one's just starting to bloom. That one looks like it's done. And this one's just opening up. Let's take a close look. I just love this flowering plant. Okay, made it to the Appalachian Trail, or that's the name of this hostel. I got the place to myself since the bubble is all done. So I took the bottom bunk. I should sleep very good tonight. Got a, private bathroom for me. I already took my shower. There I am, all bright-eyed, bushy-tail. So got the shower. I had a pizza. What else? Oh, I got my unlimited sodas. I only drank like 1 3/4 of a soda, but I've on my second one here already, or I've had 2 and some water. I guess I'm fairly dehydrated. All right, well, that's going to wrap up day 99. Very nice place. I like it. Oh, I'm staying here tomorrow night also. So I'll show you around town tomorrow.